Hey guys, Zell here and welcome back to some more Nikke. Now, it is finally time for us to get Rapi her summer outfit. We finally have the swimsuit unlocked. It took absolutely way too long. Now, just so we know what she says, I completely forget honestly.
指揮官が私たちをどう思われていようと全力でサポートします。ご無理なさらないでください。いつでもバックアップできるよう待機しています。
Thank you, Rapi.
指揮官が私たちをどう思うご無理なさらないでください。指揮官が私たちをどう指揮官お守りいたします。
Here's the third line. Alright, now I'll wait a minute and see what she says.
待機しております。何かありましたらお呼びください。
Alright, and that is what she says when you were AFK. Now, let's see if those change when you put on a swimsuit. I don't think they will. Which is really sad. But at least she's gonna look fine in her swimsuit. Oh yeah, I completely forgot that she had a white suit. Completely forgot about that. Oh yeah, baby! Very nice. Does this matter? No, because it's not like I use SR units anyways.
殺風景な場所ですね。まあ管理次第ではありますが。
But who knows, maybe the regular Rapi will get an upgrade to SSR? To where this outfit could also be on that SSR unit. I would love it if they did that. Otherwise, this outfit being stuck on just an SR Rapi would kind of suck. Either way, let's actually equip it. Come on. Now. Very nice. Do you see anything new now?
指揮官が私たちをどう思われていようと全力でサポートします。
She doesn't see anything new.
ご無理なさらないでください。指揮官が私ご無理なさら指揮官が指揮官お守りいたします。
That sucks. But hey, we finally have Rapi in her swimsuits. I need to make sure oh hey, lucky 777? You know what? For that we gotta do a 10 shot. Let's see if we get an SSR. If we do, I'll do Diesel right now. I'm kinda curious as to what happened. Nope, nothing. Okay. So I'll most likely do Diesel. Oh, Pina. Hey. I'll most likely do Diesel afterwards. By afterwards, I mean after the event is currently over. But hey, we finally got Rapi swimsuit, and that is all that matters. Right, there's been a change of plans after getting Rapi's outfit. I ended up doing the entire Golden Ship event first. Because I figured, you know what, getting Rapi's outfit, might as well actually, you know, do her bond along with it. And Summer Anis has been announced, so there's that as well. So, I'm going to be doing Rapi's bond, and maybe because Anis Summer was announced, I'll do Anis next after. And then I'll probably do Diesel. Maybe. I don't know, it depends on what happens. Maybe if Helm gets announced as a summer variant, I might do hers. Maybe. People keep on saying it might be Helm. I'm not entirely sure on that fact. Just again, there was a tweet that they showed with Helm, Anchor, and Mast, and Helm is holding a box that was open that had a swimsuit in it, so I mean, that's as close as I can get to her possibly being one that might be who we get next. But either way, Summer Anis. She looks nice. Will I get her though? Probably not. Elysian. Rapi. Now, I did Rapi's a long time ago. The first one. Just like how I also did Pepper's a long time ago. It's been so long, but either way. I'm hoping to find some more interesting facts about her and maybe Red Herd? It's gonna be interesting. I doubt it, though. Commander, may I come in? Of course. We require food and other necessities for the outpost. Our current inventory is likely to run out within the next 2 days. I recommend we restock our inventory in advance. Okay. Is there a store you typically use? If so, release the funds to me and I can go there on your behalf. What? I see. If you're worried about me pocketing some of the funds, I can give you the receipt. That's not it. Then what is it? I don't have any money. Excuse me. I'm broke. But what about all the successful operations you pulled off? Perhaps there is an error in the central government's computing system. If that's the case, you can go and personally submit your operation report certificate. I know it's a hassle, but I'll come with you. Operation report certificate? Yes, what you receive once you submit the operation reports. So you're supposed to submit the operation reports? Commander, please do not take offense in me asking this, but have you ever submitted an operation report? A what? Every commander is required to submit an operation report after each operation. That's what they use to evaluate performance and issue payment. Didn't they teach you about the reports at the military academy? I so should have done this a long time ago. They didn't. Is that so? Alright then, let's get started on the operation reports. Actually, I'll write them. You just tell me if I have all the details right. I may ask you a few questions while I write them. No, I will write them myself. The form is fairly convoluted and there are a lot of them. If this is your first time, it may take a while. And time is something we don't have a lot of. We need to hurry and get this done. Okay. I'll be sure to write them next time. Please do. I'll take it from here, then. 30 minutes later. The clacking of the keyboard is the only sound that fills the commander's room. You're good at this. I have a lot of experience in this area. Previous commanders must have ordered you to do this. You must have done this for your previous commander out of the kindness of your heart. Yeah, no, they were just too lazy and they forced her to do this. That is correct. Isn't it neglecting their jobs? It is the job of the commander to give orders to Nikkes. The previous commanders ordered me to fill out paperwork. I followed the order. Thus, I do not feel either side was neglecting their duties. You keep mentioning orders. Yes, orders are the link between a commander and a Nikke. Nikkes follow human orders. It is our nature to do so. In particular, orders issued by a commander are to be obeyed without question. Oh yeah, I vaguely remember me reading this the first time, and I'm like, wait, any order? So you could tell a Nikke to do something you would want them to do, and they would actually have to do it? I was surprised by this fact. Regardless of what that order may be. Any order? That's right. Even if it's an unjust order, That is of no importance. Once an order is issued, all that matters is that it is followed through. But there's one other thing. The act of keeping the commanders safe is as important as following the order. A commander cannot be put in harm's way no matter what. This is also of paramount importance. As a precaution, Nikkes have emergency response items such as AED and hemostatic agents built inside us. The safety of the commander is our top priority. If a commander is injured or dies due to an oversight on a Nikke's part, then Nikke will be punished accordingly. The only exception is when a commander chooses to take their own life. So the commander who died before I joined. Yes, the central government ruled that they died of their own volition. Thankfully, Anis and I were able to avoid any punishment. I have spoken too much anyway. To summarize, follow the commander's orders, keep the commander safe. These are Nikke's duties. Of course, it would be unreasonable for us to do absolutely nothing that we are not specifically ordered to do. Thus, we are also capable of exercising our own judgment in our daily lives. However, if an order does come, it supersedes everything else and must be followed. This is our primary function. So do not feel that you are being unreasonable by asking us to do something. Aha. The reports are finished. Please confirm. I read the reports written by Rapi. They are clear and concise. But one thing sticks in my mind. Don't you think it paints me as a bit too heroic? The success of any operation depends on the commander. Their leadership, their virtue. But reports must be written in this way or else they will not be accepted. Now that the forms are complete, let's go submit them. We must go to the Ark's central government's office. The central government's office is right up ahead. That's where you can submit the completed forms. Oh wait, I think I actually did the first two for Rapi. You're not coming. A Nikke cannot enter the central government offices except under very special circumstances. Why is that? Because there is a high chance we will see a negative side of the commander inside. What? I will go in. I open the door and head inside. It is quite noisy inside. The majority of the sound comes from people who are shouting. They are dressed in the same military uniform as I am. The people sitting behind the counters are all either quiet or smiling awkwardly. I decide to get in line. I can hear a commander talking to the staff in front of me. Hey, what is this? This amount doesn't make sense. I just came back from the surface. Do you realize how many close calls I had up there? The salary you have been given is accurate. This is insane. I risk my neck and all I get is chump change. This is the designated payment for all basic transport operations. Basic transport my foot. I lost 2 Nikkes and I... Commander, whether an incident does or does not occur during an operation is entirely dependent on your own capabilities as commander. Please understand that there is nothing more we can do for you in this situation. That's easy for you to say, sitting there safe and sound behind your nice desk. You've never even been up to the surface, Next, what can I help you with? Hey, are you ignoring me? Do I have to call security? Next. The commander in front of leaves the building in a huff. I sit in the empty seat. What can I help you with? I came to submit my operations reports. Very well. Hand them to me, please. I hand over the reports to the employee. The employee's gaze shifts back and forth between the monitor and the forms as they type away on the keyboard. Suddenly, the employee freezes and gives a cordial smile. Nice to meet you, Commander Sir. It is an honor to finally meet the person behind all those rumors. The veracity of your operation report has been confirmed. Would you like your salary deposited directly to your bank book, or would you like a voucher? What's the difference? It helps determine the availability of certain transactional options. I can see that you're not familiar with this process, so I've deposited the funds directly into your bank book. The deposit has been completed. Could you please confirm? We're rich, right? There's a new entry in the bank book in the amount. But that's... Yes, in light of the difficult nature of the operations, the amount has been raised accordingly. Please continue your efforts on behalf of humanity. I exit the office. As I walk out, I notice the other commanders. Many of them are crouched down in front of the office building or staring at the wall side. Commander, is it all taken care of? Yes, it's done. Then let's go purchase the necessities we require. Rapi? Yes. Do commanders have it hard? Yes, they do. Most of us are led to believe that commanders are elite figures who have undergone a proper education in the military academy, and that they are heroes who work with Nikke to recapture the surface. However, that couldn't be further from the truth. Their so-called proper education doesn't even last a year. It's not nearly enough time to learn all there is to know about the Ark, Nikke's, and Raptures. Instead, during their time at the military academy, commanders are essentially brainwashed. They are told they are the ones who will save humanity, and Nikke's are merely tools meant to serve commanders and mankind itself. This is the narrative they drill into their minds. I'm sure you yourself have noticed it. As a result, the mortality rate amongst commanders is staggering. They are thrown into operations without proper preparation. This, along with their lack of empathy for the Nikkes under their command, often leads to disaster. And most crucially, commanders do not receive pay if they fail to complete an operation. There is no concept of hourly, weekly, monthly, or annual salaries. You are paid upon successful completion of an operation or not at all. The salary depends on the difficulty of the operation. You risk your life going up to the surface, where you carry out the operations and get paid based on your performance. In a way, it's just like being a mercenary. And that's where we start seeing some internal conflict. Those who go through the military academy are led to believe they are above the rest of society. They are full of confidence and have no doubt that they are truly the ones who will save humanity. But soon after, they are faced with reality. Once they realize they've been risking their lives for pennies, they take out their frustrations on the staff. It's a rude awakening. Some commanders find themselves unable to cope and resort to extreme measures. However, very few people in the Ark even know about this. That's because the Ark continues to venerate the commanders. As a result, the competition for entry into the military academy remains fierce. What is an operation report voucher? It's one method of receiving payment after successfully completing an operation. You can carry it around and exchange it for cash when needed. Why would I need something like that? Commanders are members of the elite. Many unscrupulous people set their sights on commanders who are fresh graduates from the military academy. They are extremely susceptible to being hacked. Currency within the Ark is also digitized, and it's not too difficult to hack the system. Therefore, vouchers are a way of making sure that you don't lose a lot of money at once. But vouchers don't sound very secure either. Well, there are some minimal safety procedures to prevent anyone other than the commander from cashing them in. But overall, they are indeed not entirely safe. However, operations report vouchers do have one other special use. Huh? Commanders can exchange vouchers to receive their salary. However, the vouchers are not commander specific. Any commander can use any voucher. So what you're saying is, yes, they can be used to transfer funds to other commanders who are having a hard time. You find this all strange? Well, it's certainly not normal. There is no other way. Commanders must be the heroes of the Ark. The central government can't have their heroes begging on the streets. There's a saying among the commanders. A hero only begs from other heroes. The reality of this situation must not be exposed to the outside world. This way, the people will continue to idolize their heroes. They'll even dream of becoming one themselves. Alright, let's head to the shop. This is the list of what we need to purchase. Rapi hands over a note. It doesn't seem to be near enough. Ani, Sneond, and I should be able to live off that for 2 months. You can purchase anything else you'd like as well. Are you sure this is enough? This is all we need to maintain our proper mental health. There's no point in purchasing anything outside of that. But if you wish to make additional purchases, I will not stop you. I mentally subtract the total cost of the items from the salary I received earlier. There's quite a bit left over. Commander, I'm going to buy some gifts. Excuse me. I'll buy gifts for everyone with the leftover money. Very well. However, I won't be able to be of much assistance in that regard. I don't know where the gift store is. Let's ask around. Yes. Soon after. Is this the store? That's what they said. Let's go in. Welcome. The shop assistant glares intently at Rapi and me for a while. What can I help you with? We came to buy a gift. A gift? That's right. For whom? Oh boy, is this where the Nikke discrimination already started? Yeah. If I redo the entire story, chapter by chapter, I might put this first. Just saying. Why do you ask? Because we don't sell gifts meant for Nikkes. What? A while back, all the local merchants came to an agreement. We won't sell any gifts intended to be given to Nikkes. But why? Because of people like you. Developing an affection for Nikkes, giving them gifts, going on dates, and treating Nikkes as if they were humans. That's why the Ark has become the way it is. If you treat those things like a human, they're liable to start believing they are human. Next thing you know, they're demanding personal rights, committing crimes, launching terrorist attacks. Yo, Crow is right here. You watch your mouth. Easy, Tiger. I don't want any trouble. Anyway, I'm not selling, so go somewhere else. Also, isn't this Cafe Sweetie? Or is this... this is also, you know, Soda's place, isn't it? They look similar. I could be remembering wrong. Though you'll probably have to walk pretty far. I'm going to buy a gift here. Commander. Let's leave. No, I am not leaving. Commander. I'm fine, really. Let's just leave. Just our luck running into a shop owner who's a Nikke phobe. Do you often get treated like this? Not always. but often enough. Why? Because Nikkes are weapons. We are not human. However, we still have a sense of self. That rubs a lot of people the wrong way. But you're the ones who are out there risking your lives. Life only has value when it belongs to the living. We are not living beings. Therefore, we have no lives to risk. I mean, that's completely wrong? You do? I mean, hell, even the robots in freaking Nier Automata were alive. Literally. That's not right. Even if we did, it would not have the same value as a human. So do not worry about it too much. You always talk like that. Excuse me. Does it make you feel better speaking so flippantly about these things? It doesn't matter how I feel. I am only speaking the truth. As for the gift, it's a thought that counts. So please, let's just get to what we need and head back. No. I want to buy something else. How about some food then? Food certainly doesn't discriminate between humans and Nikkes. Commander, weren't we on our way to buy food? That's right. This is a restaurant. You can purchase food here, but it won't stay good for very long. Yeah, I'm treating you to a meal here at the restaurant. I'm hungry. What about you, Rapi? Are you hungry? Yes, I'm hungry as well. We can buy staples later. For now, let's eat here. Okay. 40 minutes later. This is a nice restaurant. Yes, the chef seems quite talented. How do you find the meal? It was lovely. Next up, we can order whatever your favorite food is. I don't really have a favorite food. I eat pretty much anything. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make things awkward. I just wanted to illustrate how strong my mental fortitude is in that regard. Your mental fortitude? Yes. Theoretically, Nikkes do not need to consume food. We are powered by the core within our bodies. The core is capable of generating its own power, and as long as there is no major damage, it can be used without any active input on our part. We do not need to consume food for energy. Then why did you? As I mentioned earlier, it all has to do with the mind. With the exception of the brain, Nikkes are composed entirely of artificial materials. We are not human, but in terms of our appearance, we are a perfect copy of a human being, down to our internal structure. Well, that's a lie. If it was completely down to the internal structure, you know, which story was it that said Nikkes can't get pregnant? Which story was it that said that Nikkes can't get pregnant in? Purganters? Which is why I keep on seeing on Reddit, you know, Womb Force 3000 or whatever from Girls Frontline. I mean, they are down to the internal structure, except for that one feature. It's been, I've done so much in Nikke, I cannot remember where the heck that came from. Was it the main chapter or was it one of the bonds? It might have been main. Because of that, most Nikkes use their bodies just as humans do. There are pros and cons to this. It allows us to blend in and interact with the rest of society. However, some may experience a mental breakdown when they become aware they are not human. Yeah, the mind switch. Okay, I had to look it up. It was Sakura in her event that said Nikkes can't get pregnant. That's where it was. It was gonna drive me insane if I didn't remember. We look identical to humans and act just like them, so we are told we are in fact not human. It can cause a kind of a panic to arise within us. Can this panic also occur when you meet someone who is Nikke-phobe? No, cursing or physical violence only results in slight emotional agitation. Unpleasant thoughts, feelings of anger, things of that nature. It only becomes serious upon negation of our primary mechanisms. Food is a prime example. The moment you realize that you don't have to eat anymore, you instantly become acutely aware that you are different from the humans. I mean, eating's one thing, but I'd rather not have to sleep anymore. I could get so much more done if I could do that. This results in a sort of cognitive dissonance. Your mental state is negatively impacted. The degree of this impact differs from Nikke to Nikke. There are some who need to eat 3 meals a day in order to feel a sense of stability. Hello, Belorta. And there are others like me who are able to get by eating only once every few days. It's the same with sleep and hygiene. We don't feel tired if we don't sleep, and we do not smell even if we do not wash. However, if we don't sleep and wash, then we become aware. Wait. We don't feel tired if we don't sleep, and we do not smell even if we do not wash. But, what about, didn't Anis mention something about her smelly butt? Yeah, it was when we were recuperating in our bed, and Anis was sleeping. She said, my butt, it's clean, it doesn't smell. Yeah, I don't remember which chapter that was, but yes. She has mentioned that before, so I mean, she must have some knowledge that it does smell if she, is dreaming and saying it doesn't. So I mean, that's kind of also wrong in a way. Aware that we are different from humans. This extends to more than just our daily habits. Did I miss something when I was doing that? No. We become aware. In the early days, the liquid catalysts in our bodies were green. However, whenever we were injured, the sight of green blood spilling from our wounds would result in cognitive dissonance. Yeah, green blood would definitely do it for you. In later models, they switched to red. I mean, I don't know why they had green to begin with. If they didn't want cognitive dissonance, you'd use red. I guess at the time, no one would know. Eyeballs with ultra-precise cameras implanted mistlies embedded in the abdomen and boosted mounted legs. Yes, they were superior in terms of performance, but they were all discarded due to the users being unable to process them mentally. This is the reasons why most Nikkes use handheld firearms along with other assistive equipment. What happens if the cognitive dissonance becomes too great? A mind switch. Mind switch? Yes. Simply put, the personality changes. I don't know the details. Once the brain determines it can no longer cope with the cognitive dissonance, it undergoes a radical change. On rare occasions, a new personality that emerges is perfectly fine. Most of the time, however, they go insane. Nikkes that experience a mind switch are referred to as irregulars. As most irregulars have destructive tendencies and are usually terminated. Is there no way to fix it? I don't know if fix is the proper term to describe it, but the process can be reverted through a reboot. Reboot? It's exactly what it sounds like. You wipe the Nikke's memory clean. You revert the mind to the way it was the day before, or even as far back as when they were first manufactured. However, the success rate is low. When one becomes an irregular, the brain is physically broken. I've heard there's a brainwashing technique that makes the brain a total blank slate. Yep. But I've never heard of any cases where it was actually used. Oh, we know one now. Because of all this, the central government places a high importance on maintaining Nikke's mental health. A Nikke can become a massive liability if they become an irregular. I won't let that happen to any of you. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I've gone on for far too long. Shall we get going? Commander, I think you may have gone overboard with the shopping. I can barely carry all these bags of food. Next time I recommend that you only purchase what you need. Trust me, we're going to need all of this. Let's pig out, you and me. Then we can enjoy a nice food coma together. Okay. I'll carry these, let's go. No, we can carry them together. Okay. Let's carry it together.
Now that's what I call a meal. So good. After all, food bought with other people's money is the most delicious. Preach.
How about it, Rapi? I enjoyed it very much, thank you. That's good.
Well then. So what do we need to do now?
What do you mean?
You treat us well. There must be something you want. What should we do?
Take a nap. There's nothing like a solid nap after a good meal.
Rapi.
Huh?
So did you do it?
Oh my! Look, I didn't want to bring up anything to that nature. I mean, I might have implied it at the very beginning that that's what I thought she could have implied. But not now. Yep.
And you're acting like this.
Yep.
So they really are different from the rest. Huh, what are you two talking about? Oh, this and that. Huh? You don't mean that, do you? How can this be?
Commander, can I speak with you for a moment? So they're speaking of that, right? Obviously, we didn't do that with Rapi. I mean, let's be honest, anyone literally would, you know, do that with Rapi. If given a chance to do it with if given the chance to do that with Rapi, and she was willing and A-okay to do it multiple times, would anyone really say no? I mean, I definitely wouldn't. What did you think about today? That conversation I had with you was very much intentional on my part. I want you to know just how different Nikkes are from what they're made out to be. So that's what Donnie's was hinting at. Yes. I wanted to tell you the truth, all of it. Why are you doing this? The mortality rate against commanders may be high, but much of that is because they simply throw their lives away. They're blinded by the idea that they're the heroes who will save humanity. The same goes for Nikkes. They feel like they're untouchable, an immortal army fighting on behalf of all mankind. None of them consider the inherent danger of it all. So I merely wanted to remind you of this. I've seen too many commanders allow their vanity and their delusions to lead them to their own death. I don't want the same thing to happen to you. Why? You're different. I don't know what it is, but you are different. That's why I hope you will stay alive. Do you want me to resign from being a commander? I don't know. Some part of me does feel that way, but then I also want you to stay here with us. That is why I'm telling you the truth. You can protect me, Rapi. I won't die. Yes. I believe you when you say that, although I can't say why. Although I've had plenty of close calls at this point. How about you, Rapi? What? What do you want me to do, Rapi? I hope you won't change. I don't want you to change. I believe you should remain on your current path. Well, what? Yeah. If you continue down this path, it will lead you to what you want. I am curious. Curious where your footsteps will lead you. What changes you will bring forth in this world. And amongst all that change, so long as you remain true to yourself. So long as you continue viewing the world and people in it the way you do now. Then we, will remain by your side until the very end. Okay. Protect the smile. Also, her saying this now has more of an impact after what I saw in chapter 24 towards the end. Okay, I look forward to working with you. Rapi. Thank you. Let's take care of each other. Commander. And there we go. I finally, after all this time, let's see, July, August, September, October. It's literally, what, around 4 months closer until the first anniversary of the game, and I finally managed to do Rapi's Bond? Really? It took me this long to do it. Dang. But hey, we finished Rapi. That was fun. But next will probably be Ani's, only because, again, she was announced as a summer unit. And if I don't get her summer unit, and if I really like her, you know, Bond, then it's gonna be really sad. Because then I won't be able to get to see the extra story for her, which is gonna suck. But either way, thank you so much for watching. With you guys next one, which will be Ani's. And after Ani's, I mean, I guess I could do the trio at this point. I could do Naon, but at the same time, her summer variant didn't show up, so at that point, it kind of sucks. But I guess it's finally time for the trio to, you know, have their debut with their bonds. After which, probably Diesel. Because again, even when the summer event comes out, I'm not going to be showing it. Actually, it's going to be part 1 and part 2, right? So it should be a 2-part story, which then this hard mode comes on the second part. Yeah, so about 3 days after the summer event comes out, when it should be finished for part 1, I can then show it. So yeah, either way, till then, I will see you guys later.